What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the second match reaction of the new era, of the Motta era, of the new season, pre-season. 2-2 against Stade Brest. Champions League side. Didn't really look like a Champions League side, nor maybe did we look like a Champions League side. It looked much better than the Nuremberg game, which makes a lot of sense because we only had like 3-4 next-gen players in the squad. A lot of more starters, a lot of starters who had more fitness, played longer as well. So there are some very good indications, but also some obvious problems, as I want to call them. That's what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's talk about our second preseason game. Okay, so 2-2. After a defeat against Nuremberg 3-1, we played 2-2 against Stade Brest, French side, playing in the Champions League. A lot of good indications or interesting indications, and also some obvious problems. Let's start with the game in itself. What the issue was against Nuremberg, we didn't really control the game. I had a feeling we did control the game more so this time around. The chances we gave away were, or the shots we gave away were we losing the ball in midfield, sometimes, most of the times, without pressure. Early on, Di Gregori with Fagioli, you can see that, yeah, you want to play out from the back, but it's not really in sync, all that. So you're going to lose possession a little bit of the time. Caught sleeping, misplaced pass, like all those things, those were the most dangerous things for Brest, basically. We kind of gave the ball away a bit too softly at times. That was one of the issues I saw. A second massive issue right now, but that goes with the obvious problems as well, is that we do not create. Like, we do not create chances. In 2 games, actually, we didn't really create anything, if we're being completely honest. Like bulk volume. But if your squad is incomplete, it's going to be very difficult, you know. Weah's going to play a lot of games. He didn't have a poor game, but he lacks decision making. He lacks that massively, so that is an issue if you're going to bank your hopes on Timothy Weah. Then you have Bangula, excuse me. On the other side, he's still very raw, so you cannot expect a lot from him as well. So you left Chiesa behind. You left him at home because you made it very clear that he needs to leave. That's a massive decision because now you desperately need something on that wing. You cannot go even against Como without something on that wing. You lack a lot of quality on that wing, a threat, anything. You know, you can play down the middle, but nobody's scared of your wingers right now. So that is a massive, massive problem, and that's why also there's a lack of actually creating chances right now. You know, so that's a big question mark, and it's a big worry right now. Another positive thing was fitness-wise, we look good. We look sharp. Physically, we look on point. You know, players who played 70 minutes or more, some actually played 90 basically. I was impressed. I really was impressed with the fitness level. That was a massive worry last summer. I remember our second game in preseason. I think it was against Real Madrid, or was it Chivas? I don't remember anymore. Man, it was hard to watch. It was really, really, really hard to watch at times. We look completely out of pace, you know. We looked knackered, we looked confused, we looked tired. We don't look tired right now. We didn't even look that against Nuremberg. It was just more of positioning mistakes back then. But now we look sharp, which is the bare minimum, you might say. But we didn't see that, or I didn't see that last couple of seasons. So the physique is good. I really, really like that. The other thing I like is the pressing. It looks more in sync. It looks more consistent. It looks more with a purpose. In the first half, it was Fagioli setting up the press and everybody following. It's a clear idea we want to do. It's something that Motta is trying to implement, obviously, you know, pressing, especially from that midfield, up to a point where Brest gets that ball. It's one player setting up the press and everybody following. Again, not finished. You can see at times it looks a bit awkward. You know, somebody doesn't really press, and that is an issue when you have 2 other players stepping up to press. It just get play pass, but a lot of times we won the ball back high because we were pressing highly. So that's a very, very positive signal. Another obvious problem is we lack, besides the wingers, we lack an attack. We lack somebody who is gonna connect or link up that midfield to the attack. It's very obvious. We definitely need to bring that in. You know, there's no ifs and buts. We need to bring that in. So it's on Giuntoli to actually get Koopmeiners over the line, because that's the player he promised Motta, and there's no other option. You need to get it done, and it needs to be done ASAP. You know, we play Como, and you cannot ask Motta to just go out there the first couple of games and win without a complete squad, you know, because that means you're going to ask the coach to do something he doesn't really want to do, but he needs to do because he's not in, like, he needs to tweak certain things just because the players are not there, which is not ideal, because then it's international break really quickly, and to integrate the players in the squad, the ideas, you're gonna waste a lot of times throughout the start of the season. You're gonna drop points that you could have avoided dropping, you know, by making these deals, get these deals done very early. You made decisions, letting Chiesa at home, not playing him, telling him you definitely need to leave, telling the world they're out there for a cheap price. It's a very difficult situation right now. It really is a difficult situation that he needs to navigate to, but I'm not making excuses for them. I can acknowledge the issues, but you need to get it done. You need to get it over the line, you know. But more positive signals. We can control the game more. Physically, we're better. The obvious problems are lack of players. You know, we're not going to create chances if you don't have an real attacking midfielder. If you don't have wingers, you're not going to create chances. It's just not going to happen. You know, another positive was Douglas Luiz. You know, he came on. He did very well. Besides the assist, you know, it's a good free kick. He's very good on set pieces. He has technique. He's composed on the ball. He doesn't really get bullied off the ball. Like, he's just a very good player. Did we need him? Was he a priority? Is it too much money? We can talk about those things. But if you sign a Koopmeiners or whatever, nobody's really going to talk about that. But Douglas Luiz, for me, is a good player. I like Douglas Luiz. He showed quality, very early stages. I get it, you know. But just came in from preseason, played well. So I gave him credit, you know. Avoidable goals for Brest. I need to be honest with that. You know, Danilo was all alone to had that in, the penalty. But even for us, you know, we make a throw in, we lose possession, they score. The second goal, Danilo just sleeping. He just needs to step up. He's the leader at the back. You need to follow your teammates or set the line. He didn't do that, and he got caught sleeping, and you concede a goal 9 out of 10 times like that. And that's how we conceded that goal. So avoidable mistakes. I'm going to say preseason, you know, it's not 100% at top level. So you get caught sleeping, you make that wrong decision on the ball, and you cannot really track back again, even for the Brest goals, by the way, not just for our goals. But that's what preseason is about. All in all, a better test. You know, there are some good signs, but some obvious worrying problems that have a lot to do with transfers and situations recreated that now Giuntoli needs to resolve. But that's my match reaction. If you have watched the game, let me know what you think. If you haven't watched the game, well, take my word for it right now until you actually start watching official games. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll speak to you guys very soon. Ciao.